Hey guys, so I just got back from the movies with a friend and I'm actually so mad right now because I filmed Get Ready With Me, but apparently didn't save to my phone, only the last part, so I decided to just make this my intro for my vlog for my vacation. So I know I didn't do a great job of vlogging a lot, number one because I was like in a rush most of the time. I had a lot to do and I had to wake up so early and walk. I walked so much. And then another reason number two is because there was a lot of noise, so it would have been difficult to film anyway. I was hardly ever alone. I was always with loads of people and loads of noise, so yeah, I tried to film as much as I could, and I'm going to try and explain to you what is happening in each of the clips. So yeah. So here I'm just filming from my window, everything I could see from the view. I saw some mountains. It was really pretty, really nice. So I just recorded a little bit of that. I was on my way to Mexico City, and then I saw this random river in the middle of the mountains, and I thought it was kind of strange because I saw some people swimming in there. So it was a little strange to me that they were swimming in the middle of the mountains. And I'm told that you can find some sort of wild animals in here that are dangerous. This was our first stop, so it's just a sort of souvenir place. There are a lot of really nice things, and we had lunch there quickly before we continued. Here I'm already in Mexico City, so I'm just walking down the streets, trying to do some shopping. I was lucky enough to be able to attend this sort of ceremony that they were having. It was an event where all these people sell things, that are culturally significant to Mexico. They're, the indigenous people here, and that's how they make money, kind of. They sell things that are like handicrafts and stuff. That's actually where I got the crystals from, and the girl told me, I will activate them for you, and she did something to them to activate them. And yeah, they just sell really pretty things, and they were doing this sort of ceremony here in the video, as you can see. Next, I visited this super large library. It's really famous here. I really wanted to stay and see all the books, but I had to go, so I just went really quickly, took some photos, and left. Over here, I'm taking a tour. I actually took a bus tour of the city. I decided to see, because they said it was really good, and they would show you all the most famous places. So I went on it, and you can see here some famous buildings that we saw. We saw a museum. We saw one of the tallest buildings in the country, and a lot of other things. The woman was explaining things, she was telling us when it started, how old it was, and all those things. It was really nice and really entertaining. It started to rain though, as you can see. It's super cloudy. It started to rain really hard, and I didn't record that, but it was pretty disastrous. It was raining really hard on us, but the rain only lasted about 2 or 3 minutes, and then it stopped, and we were fine. Here we saw a super famous statue. It's the Angel of Independence in Mexico City. Everybody who comes here comes and takes a photo here. So she was talking to us about it, and we were all trying to take a picture of it and videos because it was super pretty, especially in the evening at night, which is the only time I could actually do the tour. Here's another shot up close. We got closer, the bus got closer, and then I was able to zoom in a little bit more, so you can see it. It's super pretty. And then next she showed us another super famous statue of an archer. I think it's a woman, and it's an archer, and it's a really pretty fountain. Next we went to this really pretty garden. It's also super famous. It's near the main church here that everybody goes to. It's right next to it, I think. And we just went around, and I decided to take some photos here because I was wearing this really pretty pink dress, which I thought would be really nice with the garden here. So my mom came with me, and she took the photos. Then we went back to the center of the city, and we saw a squirrel there who usually apparently waits for people to feed it. So we did that, and she stayed for a little while. There it is, eating his or her fruit. I don't know. It was really cute, and apparently it's used to people, so it wanted to be there. And then a photographer came and took really close photos of it. Here we were walking around the city again. We were trying to find a suitable place to have lunch, but I didn't really find a place, so I just took some videos and photos of the same. This is the same statue from the other video, only it's daytime now because I spent 2 days there, like one full day at night, and then the next day we left in the afternoon. And here we finally found a place to have lunch, but it was near the church. It wasn't in the center of the city. And there's my mom. She's cutting up my meat for me because she's really nice, and I was also gonna give her some. So after that, we're back on the road, and we arrived in another city. We were headed for Puerto Vallarta, but we arrived at Querétaro. So here we are, where I had already been here before, but we just came to look at things again. Only last time there weren't these statues there, but we just went around. It's a really nice little town there in Querétaro. There's a lot of people from different countries that come there, so you hear everyone speaking all kinds of different languages. And here it was raining, and we were waiting for them to come pick us up, but I was kind of getting wet because it was raining. But yeah, it didn't take long. The bus arrived, and then I ran inside. So we're traveling again. We made it to Jalisco. You can see by these plants. These plants are from Jalisco, so that's how you know you're already there. And yeah, we're getting close to Puerto Vallarta. We arrived in the afternoon, and here is a view from my hotel room when they finally gave us a room. And I was super tired, so I didn't really go out. And in the evening, I just had a drink, and we watched the sunset. We had some snacks, which I'll show you in another video. But look at that, you can see how beautiful it looks. And yeah, I was trying to take a story from my Instagram, and that's why I keep doing that, so sorry. I keep interrupting the frame. So here I am taking a story. I'm just posting a story for my TikTok, and I was gonna go out. I went out to, I think, buy some things that I needed, kind of like grocery shopping, because I was going to stay here for about 4 days, so I really needed to go to the supermarket. And here I'm taking more stories. I'm just showing this clip because I want to show you my necklace. I got it from a local person, and it was super pretty. It has a shell in it and everything. And this is another picture of a sunset. It was super beautiful. I visited the beach almost every day. I just swam. I did swim in the ocean, and took a lot of photos. And yeah, I went super early, so there weren't that many people. And then here I'm just washing my feet in the ocean. It was really, really nice and calming to be there. I can't remember which day this was, but I went out with my mom to just find some place to have breakfast and to take more photos, just to go sightseeing. We went to this really famous port, but I don't remember, I can't really describe how we got there. We just kind of walked where we saw a lot of people headed. We didn't really know where we were going, but we were also looking for a place to eat, and we did find one. So in this clip, you can see this is my breakfast, and this is my mom's breakfast. She's lifting the lid so you can see what she's eating. And then as I was sitting there, I decided to record a story for my Instagram. And it was really interesting because suddenly I noticed that there were these flyers. I don't know how you say them in English, but in Spanish they're like los voladores de Papantla. But I don't really know how you say that in English. But yeah, they were there, and a lot of people were watching. And I was still in the restaurant here, by the way. I'm sitting watching from the restaurant. On one of the mornings I was there, a lot of rocks washed up on the shore. Suddenly, something really strange happened to the ocean on my last day. So at least it was my last day, but first those rocks washed up there, so you can't really get close to the shore. And then what ended up happening was there was a lot of stormy waves. And here I'm shopping, by the way. I went to a market, and then I went to the mall. There was a shopping center with a really nice view for when you had lunch. So we ate with that view. Look at it. I'm zooming in the view. It was really interesting and really nice to find that place to eat there. And then we went to a different mall. This is another one because I was looking for a specific pair of yoga pants so I could wear on the bus to be a little bit more comfortable. But I couldn't find any, by the way. But it was still a really pretty mall with lots of palm trees, and I took photos in there. So in this clip, as you can see, it's raining. I'm at the mall again. This is the second time I went to the mall, and I'm just showing you this clip so you can see how pretty it is, and because I wanted to show you, where it happened. You see my battery, I have a portable battery, and it was stolen here, so I left it on the bench, and when I got up and I came back, it wasn't there anymore. So I don't know how that happened. But anyway, that day I went with my mom to have lunch back at the same restaurant that I went to have breakfast. And then I just changed into my bathing suit. This was the last day, I think, that I was there. So I went to go swim again in the ocean and to take some photos. And I posted this video on TikTok. So I'm showing you again. The waves were super wild and there were lots of rocks. So I don't know why that happened. And this is the last sunset that I saw. It was really, really beautiful. And this is the last sunset I saw before I left. And these are the snacks that I was talking to you about earlier. I have no idea why I put the clip here instead of before, but yeah, I just had some ice cream and we had these little cheese things and some nachos. And then I arrived at Tequila, Jalisco. It's another city in Jalisco where they sell, you guessed it, tequila. So they sell a lot of alcohol here, and they show you how they make it. It's famous for that. And then apparently you buy a little cup, which I'll show you in a moment. I'll show you in a clip, my cup. And then you get refills that's the cup I'm carrying right there. You get refills everywhere. So basically a lot of people just get drunk here but it's really nice and really touristic. And then here's a view from the hotel I slept in that night in Guadalajara. I went from Tequila to Guadalajara when I was finished. And this is the view. I got a super high story. I don't even remember how high it was, and then I went out to eat and I got some drinks with my mom. This is the next day at the hotel. I had breakfast there before we left for another city in Guadalajara where I went shopping and I bought some things. Here are some clips. It was home decor and things like that. They're super duper inexpensive there. And here I'm finally home. I'm showing you a clip of when I arrived at my house and I saw this really pretty cloud. But here I'm finally happy to see my cats, and they were very happy to see me too. And that's all. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.